Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
On first down, King. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards that time.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. King. The left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple. Yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their own 27. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's King throwing again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Logan.
Back gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
That'll go as a pickup of third. Has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. King now from the gun. He'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. King operating from the gun. Dancing to his left. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. We'll check on his status when we get back. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the punt, they have a long way to go if they want to tie this football game. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem. Come on, fella.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. After one, it's 9-0.
We got 4.
2nd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, King. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now King going to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Watch the slant. 91 is the mic. And we got to get to the ball.
To throw is King on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. King. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Here's King throwing again on 2nd and 10. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Looking to throw. King. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Miller. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Lions take
Let's go,
over
Cody.
1st and
Let's
10
go.
at their own 13-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Right here, right here.
King now throwing on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
King on first down. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Running out of the gun with Dixon. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on first and 10. Nice run on second and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on third down? You're a little off balance.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
SOS, SOS, SOS. 25, check 25, check 25. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
Now King on first and 10. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Second and 6. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a third down.
Third and 2.
Ready? 52's the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Back to throw. King. And he hits his man, Matthews. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on first down. King. Complete to Jones. And he's brought down. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up.
This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
To throw on 3rd down. Rodgers. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Miller. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Rodgers. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To throw is King. Throwing on first down. Now he's flushed out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Here's King on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Looking to throw. King. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Let's get this.
King now. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Dixon complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
91 is the mic. Watch the run.
King on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. King. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 6 yards away. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, and he's going to keep it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, 626.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Rodgers now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
56 is the mark. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. 56. Mike's 50. Throw him out. Throw him out. Give it up. Hey, flag.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And that's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Rodgers now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Go.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. King. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now King off the play fake. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is King, operating from the gun. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd and 3. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. King. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Kenny Clark racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Detroit,
that's cheap. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready?